So I woke up today and I had breakfast and I realized that I just got straight to work, and I feel like I haven't given you enough information as to what has been going on because I'm just like doing stuff and it's moving so fast that I was like, okay, let me take a break and let me fill everybody in on what has been happening so far because stuff is moving so fast. The lights are in, as you can see. Wait, look at that. How sexy is that? That is just amazing. Ugh, I love it. And so what I started to do was I went ahead and started to pull off all the trim off of the floorboards so that I could get ready to pull this carpet out. So what I'll do is I'm gonna sand these walls. I'm gonna start pulling out the carpet now. All the trim is here. It's in this little trash bin. And then I'm going to take that out. And then after I do that, I think I'm going to start pulling out the carpet and taking the carpet out as well. And once that's done, because I had an issue here, not an issue, but I had a situation here to where I just wasn't happy with the placement of the outlet. It was here and I wanted it here. I'm really, really picky about how I wanted this placement because of the wall that I'm building here. So I just moved it from there to there. And so now, since I did that, I have to wait for this to dry before I really can prep the wall for paint. So while I'm pulling this carpet out, or I guess while that's drying, I'll pull out the carpet and then I'll go ahead and start wiring these other outlets and all that stuff. I'll do electrical stuff. And what I may also do is I may take this door off the hinges and start painting it, priming it and painting it. And I'll do that down here. So I want to give myself some good stuff to do while I wait. But wait, I don't think I have a door handle for that. Yeah, I don't have a door handle, so I'm not going to do that one. I'll find something else to do in the meantime. But it probably will be coming off the hinges because if you see, like, look how dirty it is. It's like so dingy. But anyways, I have plenty of time to take this stuff out, and I actually might take a little bit of time to edit some videos today while that dries, because I have at least an hour and a half of wait time to 2 hours, or maybe even longer, just depends, because stuff hasn't been drying that fast down here. But yeah, I can't wait for my lights to get in that are going to be in those corners. I call them corner color lights, even though they're not in the corner, they're in the middle. Like I mentioned last night, they are past customs, and I just can't wait for them to get here. It's said that they will get here around November 5th, which would be great. It's right after the election. I mean, well, hopefully that turns out great. So we'll see. And maybe what I'll also do is make a run to the store. I was trying to not go to any of the big box stores today because I wanted to have a day to where I wanted to have a week that I didn't go shopping for new materials. But I may get an outlet box so I can put that outlet up there as well, especially since it's already finished painting and everything. But yeah, that's the extent of the work that I've done this morning. I'm going to continue to get dirty, probably have a break for lunch, and then continue to get even dirtier. So I'll be back. Hello, my friends. I'm having to adjust the aperture on my camera because it is so bright in here now. Look at this. So this morning I was able to get this room fully primed, and I just, well, the walls are fully primed. Everything on the ceiling is done, as you remember, but the walls are primed, and I just cut in, as you can see here, the color of my walls, my white, as I'm starting to call it, because I was like, when I was priming it, I was just like, oh, well, you know, primer is white, so maybe I could leave it, but primer is not paint. Let's not forget that primer is slightly, it has no tint to it typically, especially when you use the base, and so a lot of the other colors are gonna show through that were already on the wall, as you can see here. So this is my white, which is nano white, and then the center is where I just primed the walls. So it's getting super, super bright in here. And as you may know, or if you don't know, I was like, I'm painting all the surfaces in this house pretty much this nano white because I want the space to feel bigger. And every time I finish a room, it just seems larger and larger and more grand in scale because I've gotten rid of a lot of shadow. And I think a lot of people don't think about that when they have houses or apartments and things like that. When they pick their paint colors, they just want to go with what's trendy and they don't think about the actual space. And so with this house, essentially it has 8-foot ceilings. And so what I've done is I've painted everything white so it looks more open and grand. And I'm also going to start adding, as I go through with styling, I'm going to add elements to the wall that bring your eye from top to bottom, and creating long lines so that the rooms look more grander in scale and feel more spacious. So that's just a little tidbit, a little tip, and you'll see it in the living room because I'm actually about to start paneling the living room after I finish this room. It's a lot to be done, but whatever. So I'm going to get this painted. I would show you the process of painting, but it is painting. And also it would be ungodly for me to show you what I am wearing today. So with that said, I'm going to get this painted and I will show you the finished product. And I can't wait to make these curtains that are going to go up here. Look at that. It's going to be amazing. I'm in love with this place. Never said that before. Okay, I'll be back. this moment, you're witnessing a wheel in its natural territory. Likes playing with Blue Earth. Let's see what he gets into next. The day that I wait for in every single room has finally arrived, and that's the day that flooring starts to go in. And what I've done is I had all these little scrap pieces from when I made the stairs that I'm bound and determined to use. And so in terms of laying the flooring, what I'm going to do is use the heads that are already cut from the flooring that I used to make the stairs. I'm just going to try to start every single row with these. Hopefully I have enough variation. I'm going to go through it a little bit and try to put like at least like the largest one, a medium size and a small size. And I'm going to try to keep it staggered that way so I'm not wasting more flooring than I need to. And down here I did the same thing by just bringing the tail ends down here. And hopefully this will keep me from wasting more flooring. This is going to be enough to clear the whole room, but I don't know if I have enough flooring. Well, I definitely don't have enough to clear this whole entire room because I only have like 3 boxes upstairs, 3 or 4 boxes. And this room is going to take at least 10, I think, because it's 250 square feet in this space. And so what I'm going to do is try to get as far as I can with what I have. And then I'm going to go eat. No. What am I talking about? I'm going to eat now. See, that's how hungry I am. I'm going to eat now, but I'm going to see how far I can get with this flooring, and then I'm going to go see how much, whoa, Jesus Christ, how much flooring I need to go buy. It's been a long day, and I'm tired. I just finished cleaning my oven, so yeah, I don't know what's going on right here. Whatever. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll get started on this stuff. Yikes, I got electrocuted. Cool, I'll be back. Okay, I'm about to get started on this floor. But let's see how far I can get with what I have. But I'll like make the process easier for you. So here we go. Yeah, so this is what I was able to finish. So yeah, I am definitely gonna have to go out and get more. It's like 70% of the room left. Okay, I'm gonna go do that and I will be back once it's all finished. Today is a good day. Let me tell you, let's start. Joe Biden won. So I'm gonna keep this. Like even though Jamie Harrison didn't make it, I'm keeping it because it's gonna be history. And he's gonna do something that we'll look back and be like, oh wow, that was gonna be worth so much money. So I took that out of my yard yesterday because election's over. But Biden has won, Kamala Harris has made history, and today is just an all around good day. Like so much just happened today. I got some new pets, which I will put in a different video, not in this one, of course. And I had my major update is that my lights have come in for the cinema room. I'm so excited because I've waited for these for so long, and I was like, actually it wasn't that long. It was more like 3 weeks, but it felt like a whole lot longer. I'm gonna get into installing these and I will show you how they look. I'm so excited. It's gonna look so good. So this is the current status of, what the heck? Some time music just started playing in my ears. This is the current status of my laundry room. I have taken everything out, all the walls, the ceiling is primed and painted. The lights are in. As you can see, they look really, really good. It makes this space look so much bigger. I actually spray painted this little box over here because it was so tarnished and yellow. I didn't think painting it white would work, so I just decided to paint it black. But that's not why I'm doing this video. I was just gonna go to sleep, but I felt like this is a part of the real process. And so I was like, let me just film it just so people can see. So this is what happened. So I took the washing machine out and these cords that come here, I thought I had turned them completely off. so they were mainly off, and there was a little trickle of water that came out. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put this bowl here. The bowl looked like it was completely, like, not filled. It wasn't full. It looked like there was no more water running out of the hoses. And so I took the bowl away, I emptied the water, and I left the bowl by the sink in the kitchen, which would serve me no purpose in this room. But then I left and went downstairs to do some, what was I doing? Some electrical stuff. And I was wiring all the outlets. And as you can see here, this dark part of the floor is where water just started to collect, because there was still a tiny trickle of water that was still coming out. But a tiny trickle of water created the Grand Canyon, and a tiny trickle of water in here for about an hour did this. Ta-da! So my finished ceiling in the cinema room is marred and ugly and kind of messed up. It was so frustrating. So that took all the air out of my gas bag today, and I am very frustrated, but I tried to will myself through it and finish painting the laundry room. But I'm gonna wait for this to completely dry. I did take a hairdryer to it. I peeled off all the areas that seem to be swollen, so hopefully there's no more spread. And I'm gonna have to mud over it and paint it again and again and again. It's gonna take like a couple coats to get it right. So it is what it is, but you live and you learn. I honestly don't know why I didn't preface this part of the video, but essentially what I'm doing is I bought curtains from IKEA that I'm actually going ahead and hemming. I happen to have this little piece of wood in my house already that was the perfect wood, so I'm just using that as a guide to let me know how much I need to pin the curtain. Investigations of war crimes, we produce frontline conflict reports, we produce long-term undercover investigations of judicial corruption, human trafficking, death squads, murder for the Emancipation made me album. It's sad that it's not here, but it's musical contribution. It's just incredible. So we really had a great time working on that. Like Jackson was also part of it. One of my so we just got deeply into it and reacquainted with a lot of those Christmas songs and reinterpret them. Like, I mean, it's so hard because I have so many Christmas albums, but like A Little Town of Bethlehem, The First Noel, just doing these sort of reinterpretations of these classic Christmas songs. And I even did a duet with my mother, which is this whole thing. But I think it's great that I have that, for the rest of my life.
Well, you wrote a book.
Yes.
And this book, not only is it one of the most compelling and revealing and at times emotional memoirs I've ever read, it's also been enormously successful. Congratulations, New York Times bestseller. And number one with a book that...
Look, I'm so happy with this. It came out pretty much perfect. Like I wanted it to just touch the floor, and look at it. That's perfect as compared to that's what it looked like before, and that's what we're going for now. So I'm going to do the other one, and then maybe since I'm feeling confident, I'll go ahead and sew the other curtains as well. Maybe. I'm getting hungry again, but yeah, look at that. That was a quick fix. Easy. I'm guessing it's that time for an empty room tour of the old basement, transforming it into my movie room. But first, make sure you take off your shoes, okay?